Hi everyone, how you doing? My name's Catherine Lorimer. So I'm going to be doing stuff this month from Jamie Oliver 1. So I also work for RTC Radio Breakfast Show, and I've also got my own podcasting. So I'm going to kind of be talking a little bit about healthy eating on my podcast. So, I dropped lots of things out the book. So I just thought, as I'm telling everyone they should be healthy eating, I thought I need to probably show people that I'm doing the same thing. So this is the first one, okay? Yeah, so it's smoked salmon pasta, and I've made it before, so I'm hopeful it's quite straightforward. And this recipe is actually for one person, but my parents have decided they want me to cook it for them as well. So as you can see, we have a large selection of stuff all lined up on the counter. I tend to get everything out ready first and then prepare all the ingredients in advance, so I just find that so much easier. So I'm off to start doing that now, and I'll just put you on pause, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, so I've been busy doing garlic. I'm going to make some garlic bread. So I've chopped up some garlic in there, which is quite good. And I'm going to add a load of butter to it. And then I'm going to take baguette. And I'm going to put lots of garlic and butter in the baguette and then shove it in the oven. Okay, so just to show you now, that's all the butter and everything mixed up. And I'm just going to pop it into the baguette. Okay, so just to show you what I've done, I've then put lots of garlic and butter on that, if you can see it. Okay, and I'm going to pop this bit on here. Okay, so that's on there quite nicely. You can see that. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then slice it, pop it in some tin foil, and just pop it in the oven just to kind of warm up for maybe about 10 minutes and see what happens. Okay, so some of the ingredients that Jamie's got in his book here, I don't actually have. So I've kind of improvised. Right, so I've got the smoked salmon, obviously, because that's kind of quite key, and the spring onions and the spinach. I don't have fresh lasagna sheets. I've got, hang on, an old box of dried ones. Do you know, Wanda gave them to us, one of our aunts. I won't look, I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine, but I'm going to stick them in. In fact, they are, because I've already eaten some of them a couple of weeks ago, so I know they're okay. So I'm using those instead. So this says leave it in for about 4 minutes. Just to be aware, if you are using the dry ones like I am, you're going to have to cook it for a bit longer than that, whatever it says on the box. And then also it says 5 grams of Parmesan. We've got so much cheese in the fridge. We don't have any Parmesan, so I'm just using really mature cheddar, and same thing with cottage cheese. We don't have any cottage cheese, we don't use it. So instead I'm using Greek zero fat yogurt instead. So, just whatever you've got in, just kind of improvise, and then you don't have to buy things especially for it, because, it'll taste okay. Okay, if you can see, I am cooking the smoked salmon, spring onions. Okay. Overheat there, and I've got the spinach to go in now as well. Okay, so you can see, that's the spinach just added to the pan. Okay, so I've shoved the pasta in, cut up into ribbons, then I'm popping the lemon juice in. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then I'm going to stick some cheese in and some of this zero fat yogurt, mix it all in, and then serve it up to my parents. Check the garlic bread and see how it is. Okay, so the garlic bread was a bit of an experiment, but look. Looks lush. Did you see that? Make sure it's okay. Just put it on that. Yeah. That looks really nice. Really pleased with that. Okay, and here it is. Nice garlic bread on the side. Hi everyone, how's it all going? Cool. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some more videos on things I'm cooking. So again, we're doing stuff this month from Jamie Oliver's 1. And the recipe I'm doing tonight is mushroom salad. Okay, so I'm going to show you the recipe. Okay. Right, okay, and it's there. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Whether or not it will look like that, I don't know, but we'll give it a go, shall we? Okay, so the first thing that is in this recipe book that I'm just not going to ignore, I'm going to ignore it, is that it says to use the 2 packets of cooked rice. I'm actually not going to do that. I've just shoved on some rice in the saucepan, only because that's a much cheaper way of doing it. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did yesterday, and I've got all the ingredients out. You can see it all. Okay, all ready to go, so I can just get on preparing everything. Okay, the first thing it says to do is peel mushrooms, which I've never done before, but here we are. Mushrooms are peeled. That's what they look like, and they're probably not even the right mushrooms, but do you know what? It was all I could get, so I'm improvising. Okay, so that's all ready. See it there? Yep. And that needs to go in the oven. Now, it's supposed to have red wine vinegar on it, but I couldn't find any, so I've just shoved balsamic vinegar on it. So it'll be a slightly different taste, and I put a spring onion as well. So, you know, but just kind of like, that's the thing about when you're cooking for yourself. Just chuck what you like in, you know, add to the recipe, build on it. It's cool, you can do that. Okay, so I've shoved them in the oven now, you see. That was actually Mother's vegetables as well, but what we're doing in this house is, if we're cooking something separately, which I quite often do, we're making sure that we put things in the oven at the same time just to work on and cutting down electricity costs. So if you're in the same situation, sharing a house with people, then do the same thing. Sort of have the oven on just once rather than 2 or 3 times. Okay, so here you find me pickling radishes. Not walnuts, there are walnuts in it, but I'm pickling radishes. So that's lemon here, lemon zest, lemon juice, a bit of salt, and radishes, supposed to be finely sliced, but I've just sliced the way I want them. Okay, so now what I've done is, the bits of the mushroom that I've peeled, I've chopped up, and if you can see, I've added to the rice which I've cooked them, and I've stirred them in a little bit. Okay, so I've also done the same with the salad leaves, so that was rocket, spinach, watercress, and they're going in as well. Ooh. Try to get them everywhere like I did. Okay, so they're cooking quite nicely, the mushrooms. You see them there. Hopefully you can see them all there. They smell really, really nice. And now I'm going to put some blue cheese. I'm using Stratford Blue because it's all they had in the shop that I could see. The shop assistant was kind of in the way, and I just didn't want to kind of get to move. And when they're having a conversation with someone, you just think, oh, I'll just grab that nearest cheese, it's just easier. And then I'm also putting in on top the walnuts. Okay, so that's going back in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, so that's all ready to go. And I've mixed in the pickled radishes. I haven't tried one yet. Should we give it a go? Oh, they're really nice. Yeah, lush. And I've seasoned it all. Now, Jamie Oliver says to put it on a sharing platter, but obviously I've just made enough kind of for me because I'm just here on my own. Well, parents are here, but they're having an omelette. So mushroom salad isn't really their thing. So now I'm going to get the rest of the stuff out of the oven. It should be ready now. And then we'll pop it on top and then we can eat it. Lush. Okay, so that's out. I've added all that to the top. Okay. Yeah. Looks lush. And now I can eat it. And also, while I was waiting for everything to just finish off, I've already done most of the washing up. So all I've got to do is the dish that came out of the oven and my bowl when I've finished. So everyone's a winner. Hi everyone, so here I am again doing more recipes from Jamie's One Pot. So I'm doing that one, which is Cajun chicken tray bake, only I'm not doing it as Cajun because I don't have any of the Cajun stuff. What I do have in though is, hang on, what have we got this one? I've got that rose harissa. I figure that'll be okay. I'll make that work, it'll be fine. And I'm also not using chicken legs, I'm using chicken breasts as well, just because I don't really like chicken legs. Hi, now because I'm doing chicken breasts, not chicken legs, it means that it's not going to take as long in the oven. So Jamie says to put the chicken legs in the oven for a bit and then shove in the rice. So I'm not doing it that way. Can you see that? It's a bit experimental. I've just put the rice with some water in the oven because remember, we're on a budget, you know, we're having a cost of living crisis. It'll save using the gas, and I'll see how it works. It'll be a hit and miss. And in the meantime, what I've done is this. Okay, can you see that? I've taken the rose harissa paste that I had left in the fridge from cooking something else. I've rubbed it all in on a chopping board. You see that chopping board there? Yeah. I've rubbed it all into part of the chicken. Mother doesn't really like things that are that spicy, so I've left some plain chicken breast bits at the end, and then the juices will just kind of mix in, and that'll kind of give her a little bit of flavour that she'll be happy with. Okay, so that's all finished. I've added the, can you see, peppers, cloves of garlic and the onion, so I'll just quickly bung it in the oven. Ooh. There it goes, in the oven. So, job done. Now that's it, I can go and do my Instagram thing to promote my podcast. So it's all in the oven, cooking nicely, and I've managed to do my Instagram stuff. So as I had COVID on New Year's, I didn't feel like drinking anything, but I'm now sampling. I bought some different ones of these from Marks and Spencer's. Clementine and Cranberry Bucks Fizz. Okay, so a little bit late. Okay, it's coming out quite a nice colour. Oh, that's really nice. So I don't know when it's all ready. So exciting news, look. My experimental method of cooking rice has worked. That was just one hot kettle full in the oven for about 35 minutes. And then everything else is ready as well. So I'm just going to put them on top of the rice and then we're ready to go. Okay, so here it is. And I'll show a picture of it plated up on Instagram.